When it comes to the success that you've achieved in your life, the accomplishments, the accolades, the goals that you've succeeded at so far, do you feel like they really align with your core values, with the person that you are deep within your heart, and those quiet moments when you have a minute to yourself, where you don't have any obligations or responsibilities, and you're able to really look back at your life, at all the things that you've achieved? Have those things really spoken to who you really are? I think that sometimes, as women who have accomplished a lot of things, our motives for accomplishing those things may not be aligned with who we really are deep inside. There may have been reasons why you went toward the different goals that you've had and the different things that you've accomplished. Maybe they were things that you felt obligated to do. Maybe there were certain pressures that you were feeling, either from society, your upbringing, or self-imposed, that you felt that this is the path I'm supposed to be on. But when you really think about it, when you're in those moments of quiet contemplation, are you really happy? And this is not to belittle the success that you've had, but when you think about it, if what you're moving toward doesn't really align with who you are, what does that really mean? Where does the true happiness and fulfillment come from if what you've done so far doesn't speak to who you really are? So why does this happen for so many of us who have maybe the best intentions, but for some reason, the path that we've gone down, we look back and we're realizing that that's not truly what I want. This doesn't truly speak to who I am now, at this moment, in this season of my life. Is there a change that needs to happen in order for me to feel more fulfilled, happier, more aligned with this current version of myself? So what does that look like in real life? It could look like someone who is working at a job where you're really successful. You've gotten all of the accolades, you've made the salary. But when you come home at night, you're exhausted. The work that you're doing, all the hours that you're putting in, are starting to feel like empty time. On the outside, it looks like things are great. You've moved up the corporate ladder, you've built the business, you're an asset to your community. But you're tired. You're tired because you feel in some way deep down that this is all a pretense. It doesn't really align with who you are at this moment. It doesn't align with the values that you've had, because maybe those values and those goals have shifted. But you feel like you're maybe stuck in a sort of success prison. So how do you begin to break free? I think the first step is in taking the time to acknowledge and to really look at yourself and your life in a different way. Acknowledge the fact that you have these feelings. You have feelings of dissatisfaction. Something just doesn't seem to be aligned in the right way in your life. You find yourself saying yes to things that you really want to say no to. You find yourself taking on different tasks and projects that just feel empty now. They just don't align with who you are right now because that person has changed. So how do we begin to start to build toward that authentic version of ourselves? You have to first realize that your happiness and your peace have to be your biggest priority. There are some things that you're going to have to let go of. There's this version of you that's going to be different than what everyone else has known. And that can be scary. But you owe it to yourself to make your authentic self who you feel on the inside, who you feel you are on the inside, and that outside version of you that needs to be in alignment. You deserve your happiness and your peace to expand into every area of your life. And when you're able to feel that you truly deserve that, is when everything starts to change. My name's Joanna. I'm a certified life coach, and I help women who are high achievers but feel that there's something missing. There's a deeper purpose inside that doesn't align with the version of themselves that they see currently in their lives. I help them to take that anxiety that can come from that feeling and turn that into peace, clarity, purpose, and alignment without forcing or striving. If this resonates with you, click in my description of this video. I have resources available for you to start to begin this process of looking at the different things in your life that you want to change. Looking at how your patterns of success and achievement have actually compromised in some ways who you are at the core, and how to begin to change that into fulfillment and alignment. Peace and blessings, and I'll talk to you soon.